I have some confessions. Get over here. I have some confessions to make.
Let the weed speak.
You ready?
Yeah.
Well, alright. Battle raps cause I've shaken grown men to the point that they can't even face their own friends. That's why they rhyme about jewels, not life, cause the ice on which they skating is so thin. That's what I love about the human soul. It'll usually show when the truth ain't told. You's a liar, I can smell it on you. Got the voice down packed, but your eyes are telling on you. Shame on you for stretching your mouth around shit that your heart knows.
Let's go, champ. Strategy and Dolo show.
Is there a filter on here?
Live on the Club Killers Network, mixcloud.com/Club Killers, the #1 place to get any of your mix needs, whether you're using them to DJ at private events or whether you're just listening to them in the gym.
Yes.
Club Killers
Is the place to be.
is the place to be.
Also, check out their new merch, Tales from the Crates.
Yeah.
Just in time for Halloween.
Hopefully we'll be rocking a couple of those soon.
Yeah, Alex, if you got any extras for the kid, size extra large.
Episode 33. I'm excited to be back, and I'm excited to be doing this before work. Because this, I feel like, is going to lead us into a good time. A fun night, if you will.
Set the mood.
Yeah. So, how was your Sunday?
Sunday.
Let me start off, because I missed Sunday. I went to Arizona. You have you're fun on Sunday. You're not really fun Monday through Saturday. You're like,
I'd say I'm still fun.
I wouldn't
Sunday
say you're
is my day.
Cutswell level of not fun, but
Wow.
Sunday.
Straight for the jugular with Cutswell, huh? No, I mean, Sunday is the day that I let loose. I always look at it like Sunday is my Friday. You know, I've worked Wednesday to Sunday, and then I got Monday, Tuesday off. Let me fucking go nuts on Sunday evening after I'm done DJing, sometimes while I'm DJing. And then I need about 2 days to get off a hangover now that I'm in my 30s. So
everyone needs that little blow off of steam.
Yes, everyone needs a little blow on Sunday. Blow off of steam. Yes.
Everyone needs a little blow on Sunday.
I mean, you got to have something to get you through. It's a long day. Sunday's a long day. People start brunching and then fucking, you know, they're always like, I'm not going to be out past 8. And the next thing you know, you see them at fucking 4 a.m. at the strip club.
Yeah.
Putting dollar bills in a stripper's butthole.
That's the tough thing about working in nightlife is that, like, in a regular setting, you go to the nightlife spot to blow off that steam, right? 5 days a week, you're in the office doing your thing, stressed out, this and that. Friday, Saturday rolls along, and now you're free of work. You go to the club or the bar or whatever. You get drunk. You let loose. Working in nightlife is that every night.
Yeah.
I mean, we're blowing off steam every night. Every fucking, we don't have to wait for the weekend. Like, that is our job.
Yes and no. I'll agree with that, but I'll also say that it is our job. And sometimes DJing is a lot of fun, and sometimes it can be a job. And sometimes you got to deal with fucking asshole drunk people, or like the energy is just not there where you want it, and it can be a little tiring.
Can we talk about not having fun while you're DJing? Coming off of that, sometimes it's not the best time.
Yeah.
And I don't want to speak badly on our own people, but what the fuck is going on with this DJ booth on wheels? What the fuck is that? When we first got here, they had the fucking DJ booth on wheels. We convinced them to take the wheels off because I didn't get to the fucking Scratch Academy class where you have to DJ on a moving platform. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I'm going to hit a cue point. Someone pulls on the thing a little bit to hop up on stage, or some dude's making out with some chick leaning up against it, and I fucking hit 4 instead of 2 because my laptop moves.
Yeah. No, it definitely...
That is not a fun time DJing.
No, that's very stressful. And then you have to, like, be pissed off at a customer. They don't know that they're doing something wrong. They're just, like, leaning up what they think is a wall, but it's really a moving DJ booth.
Not to mention the worst ergonomic decision to put a big, heavy metal table on wheels on a platform that it only takes about 6 inches before it topples over onto somebody.
Or 20 pounds of pressure pulling it to fucking crush a couple drunk
and wait, you know why they put the wheels back on, right?
Well, I heard it was because our security staff who changes it around.
So we're on this thing 5 nights a week, 6 nights a week, one night a week. You're back behind the bar in the real
Saturday
DJ
nights.
booth.
Yeah.
6 nights a week, we're on this thing, hours a night. and we don't get to decide if there's wheels on it or not because for 10 minutes, twice a week, these guys have to move it somewhere. They have to fucking pick it up. Security, big, strong security that throws people out of the club, is having trouble just lifting this and carrying it somewhere. They need wheels on it. Fuck the DJs. I don't care what they're doing on it. I have to move this thing. Let's put wheels on it.
Yeah. And
what
then,
the fuck
and
is
then
that?
management listens to the security over the DJ. Not like we're our job is important to the establishment. You know what I mean? These guys are fucking walking people to the bathroom.
Yeah.
And fucking girls in the back of the club.
What is this?
I don't know. It's that's pretty much everything in this universe.
I was so
in 2021.
mad yesterday. I couldn't even DJ. You know when you're just mad, you're just like, okay, well, this, like something's off to the point where you can't even DJ to the ability of your DJ abilities. Like you can't take it to the level that you are capable of, and you're misrepresenting yourself because something's fucked up here.
Yeah.
This thing is 6 inches shorter. I'm fucking hunched over like Uncle Fester trying to scratch on this thing. It's moving. What the fuck is this?
It's an obstacle course.
It's like the Ninja
sorts.
Warrior fucking DJ competition. Fuck Red Bull 3 style. Let's see who could play their greatest mix on this moving table.
And it's not even that the table moves. It's also that the legs are like uneven because they had the ex-security guard who is now the superintendent of the building put wheels on this thing, and it fucking wobbles every time you touch it on top of moving. So now you don't just have sliding back and forth in this way, but it also fucking teeters. It's
So I'm excited to go to work tonight on that note.
yeah, so that's what we're dealing with.
Yeah,
I think if it was up to me, I'd say just put a stationary booth there. But on Saturday nights, I guess drunk people like to congregate in front of the fireplace.
I mean, it's kind of an eyesore. A DJ booth in that spot, just like.
But we're there 6 days a week. So
yeah, it should just be a DJ. They should
if it was
straight up make it a DJ.
If it was a straight up DJ booth and it had like bricks and it fucking fit the ambiance around it, I think it would actually
that would be hard body.
Yeah, I mean it's right in front of a fireplace that's surrounded by bricks, right?
That would go super hard.
Maybe I could design something for the bottle.
I think there's a couple people's jobs who you could take in that establishment.
One of
which, you know who I'm talking about.
I know exactly who you're talking about.
He's a drunk converser. He's a drunk conversationist. He likes to get drunk and talk. And I'm having all these issues that I just talked about last night. This
okay.
DJ booth is fucking shit. My switchover was bad. When I go to fucking switch over fully from the other DJ.
Wait, did he call you out on it?
No, I didn't like fuck it up.
Not to interrupt, but have you ever had somebody call you out on a bad transition? Because I did one time.
Nobody
and I
other than Jesse Seeley.
Okay, well, Jesse Seeley.
That's a given every time.
Do you know what's even worse is some fucking 21-year-old fucking frat boy sitting in front of the DJ booth waiting and being like, most of your transitions were really good. That last one was kind of And I was like, I was so dumb about it. This happened to me one time.
Oh, like not recently?
No.
Okay.
Like probably 6 months ago. But since we've been in Houston, and I remember the light tech guy was with me, and he's like, who the fuck is this kid? And I thought the same thing. I was like, who the fuck are you? You know what I'm saying? But that just goes to show you how people are so entitled today's day and age. But go ahead, continue. I'm sorry.
What was I talking about?
You were talking about how this person who shall remain nameless loves to talk.
Yeah. Okay, this guy loves to talk. And last night, my switchover is not good, so I have to throw a USB on. First of all, I got to get a song on a USB, throw it in there, get the USB on, restart my computer. I have 4 minutes, get it back on. I'm doing all this shit. The table's wobbling. It's short. I'm like in the worst place ever. And this guy comes up, and I know he just wants to talk, which is fine. But I'm like dealing with all this. I'm not in my zone whatsoever. I'm trying to hold a room full of people. And he comes up and he asks me a question, or he didn't even ask me a question. He just he comes with that small talk.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And I literally.
I think would be great here is if we had Rick Ross. What do you think about Rick Ross?
And I told him in the nicest way possible, even though I was upset. I was like, bro, I can't just talk to you. Like, I can't talk to you right now.
Right.
I was like, I'm trying to get in my zone, and it's really hard for me to get in my zone right now. And he was like, I ain't come up here to talk to you.
What the fuck are you doing in the DJ booth?
And I was like, okay, great. Like, I was just like, let's end it there.
Yeah.
You're an idiot for saying that, but great, thank you. And then he just stood there, and I could tell
He's just waiting for the right moment to speak.
At least 4 times he's standing there, and like he was like about to go in and say something.
And then he remembered, oh shit.
But then like remembers that I just told him I didn't want to talk to him, and it just like went on for 10 minutes, and then he left. But it was like, oh, you're an asshole. Like, I'm an asshole for trying to not be an asshole. You know what I mean?
Well, here's the thing. Have you ever noticed motherfuckers always want to talk to you while you're DJing? But then as soon as you get off the turntables, you can hang out for 5 hours and no one gives a fuck or wants to talk to you at all.
No.
But while you're DJing, I think it's like they just want to be seen talking to you.
There, yeah.
And so it looks like they're important in this fucking dimension of a nightclub. I fucking despise that. I'm like, listen, man, you could talk to me at any time, and I'm not an asshole. I'll talk to anybody. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But like, while I'm trying to transition a record, and like they don't even. I don't even know if they realize that we're doing anything.
They don't because people. We talked about this last time. We have to make like, we have to do like a PSA. We have to do like a spoof like breaking news message that would like come on and interrupt the program and just to let people know what's actually happening in the DJ booth.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, we have to show somebody DJing and describe
and
what's
dissect
happening
it and
in
be like,
that moment. And
they're listening to this
know.
record to make sure that it matches with this song, and while watching the crowd and deciding whether or not to let another chorus go or to mix out now.
Everything
and
that's
what
happening.
What words should they loop to make a creative mix out of it? None of which anyone gives a fuck about, but it's what's happening.
Do the lyrics stop on this song at the right point for the lyrics to come in on this song?
Is this got a four bar intro, or is it an 8 bar? Is this chorus an 8 bar or 4 bar? Because you don't know now. I mean, there used to be a pretty standard format: 8 bar chorus, 16 bar verse. You know, you can mix in and out of everything. I've noticed lately there's a lot of switch ups. They're like. I think what it is the people that are making the music have no idea what a fucking bar is. So they're just kind of, and then everyone's like, oh my god, he's a genius. He did a 2-bar chorus.
Yeah,
what?
We're over here like,
and we're like,
fuck, how do we get out of this?
I don't know what the mix like. Fucking, I don't know.
I can't even tell what is the chorus anymore.
I don't think they even know. You know, I watched the thing about Future and how he makes his music, and he actually said that he just goes in the booth and just basically just says a bunch of shit. And not even like a verse. He just says a bunch of shit, and then the producer will pick out and be like, okay, this could be a hook. And then he'll be like, all right, this would be the verse, but it'd be cool if we start out here. And since nothing really means anything, they just cut and paste it in order. So he'll be like, oh, it would sound tight if we took this part to start the verse, and it'd be dope if we took these like 4 bars here.
I could see that.
Which I think the producer needs to get a lot more shine than Future then in that aspect, because I could go on the fucking mic and just verbal vomit for fucking 20 minutes and then have somebody chop it up. It's probably actually not going to sound as good as Future, but you know what I'm saying.
Yeah. I mean, someone was just talking about like Lil Wayne's fucking reign of being on top and how it was just allegedly like the perfect combination of you know, his skill meeting like the drugs that they were doing, and he would just go in the booth and just like be at the perfect high off of his fucking scissor and just
go into a trance.
Like, you could just tell like Lil Wayne is like, I don't think
that was that. Well, he would always say I'm a Martian. It's like some fucking alien. Out of it. But I mean, I'm gonna be honest. I kind of feel that way when I'm DJing. When I get to a certain level of drunk, when I'm fucking so rocked that I can't even speak, but I'm like really into what I'm doing. Yes. My body just goes into like this autopilot, and I feel like that's not even just me. Like, it'd be one thing if, in retrospect, I'm like, "Oh, I was killing it," and people are like, "Well, no, you were not killing it." But like, people will be like, "Yo, that was amazing," and I'll be like, "I don't know. It's not always gonna be like that." And that's probably why my liver looks like a chewed up piece of bubble gum.
Yeah, there's a point like when I find when I'm doing shit that I'm not even thinking about doing, it's just happening.
Yeah,
like. You can. Sometimes I think I set like a song where I want to be, like by reading the room. I'm like, okay, these people might fuck with this song that's kind of weird, but like I think they'll fuck with it. And then from getting where I'm at to that song, sometimes it's just like this free flowing thing that I'm not making decisions and it's just kind of happening, and that is the fucking best time.
Absolutely. Well, I mean, that's essentially what jazz music is, right? Musicians are just kind of like adding nuances between like, if you know anything about like freestyle jazz and shit like that, like that's kind of what they're doing. You know what I'm saying? Like there's not like a, when they play the sax, it's not like, okay, dun, 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 dun. You know what I'm saying? It's not like a chorus or a set melody that they're doing necessarily. They're just kind of like feeling it,
going.
And they're like in the pocket of that
Yes.
Key or whatever the song is, and that's dope. Yeah, you're right.
Yeah.
So you're like a jazz musician of turntables, something. Like
I'll
that.
take that. I like that.
I mean, you do a lot of scratch, and honestly, a lot of the big turntables guys kind of like attribute their styles to some of the jazz musicians. So that would make sense.
Yeah. Yeah,
I mean,
the scratching especially. When I think about scratching is when I fuck it up.
For
You
sure.
know, like it's happening, and then I'm like, all right, let me do this, and then I fuck it up, and it's like, fuck. You just have to let it happen. You just have to fucking
Let it
be
flow.
in that moment, and it just comes out. It's so hard to get in that space, though. It's
Just the right
especially
amount
hard
of
to do it
weed and
without
alcohol.
It's especially
Alcohol,
hard.
I'll be honest, is like it's really the secret weapon of DJing. At least for me. I mean, because it knocks out that like. I overthink shit, like everything, like from buying toothpaste to fucking what I'm gonna do with my day. Like I can't get out of bed for 30 minutes because I have to decide what the fuck's gonna happen.
Yes.
And when I'm DJing, the same thing happens. I'm like, oh, should I play that? Or nah, I shouldn't play that because look at those people. They wouldn't like that. But when I'm drunk, I'm like, fuck it, and I just play whatever feels right. And
you play whatever feels right. You say fuck it and just play whatever you want.
Yeah.
Essentially, it's whatever you want, but whatever you want within the realm of what the goal is for the DJ set.
Exactly,
because
you're not
club,
necessarily
are you at a bar, are you at a private event? Like, you know what I mean? You're making decisions based off of where you are and what's happening in front of you. But at the end of the day, you're doing what you want in that space. You know
sure.
what I mean?
Absolutely. I think this is the most we've talked about DJ on this podcast. So hopefully there's a DJ watching.
Every day or every week there's a pocket. There's
a
something.
pocket. We do get into music, but usually it has more to do with women and
Women. Yeah.
And
speaking of women, I have a confession to make.
Talk to me. What do you got?
Because I feel like, we, but really me for sure, talk a lot of shit about these lip injections and these body modifications and these bitches.
And rightfully so. Rightfully so.
I hate them. I complain about them to the point that if you were to watch me on my social media or on the internet or whatever, you would say like, yo, Strategy would never fuck a girl that has lip injections because he hates them.
But it couldn't be further from the truth.
And it couldn't be further from the truth. That's correct. I will fuck these women even though I hate their lip injections. I feel like that needs to be said. I feel like
okay, you need to like do the asterisk, like star, and then at the bottom, I will still fuck them.
yes. Because I don't want miscommunication between us here,
Right.
us, whoever the fuck I'm talking
If
to.
you're watching with lip injections, Strategy will still fuck you.
Yeah, the last two girls that I had sex with had fucking, I don't want to say disgusting because like I fucked them.
I mean, call it how you see it.
They had lip injections, and it's not something I enjoyed. It's
You
not
didn't enjoy
something-
fucking them?
No, I enjoyed fucking them. It's not something I enjoyed, but it's not something that I didn't enjoy either because I was so drunk and in the moment and flowing through what I was doing that kissing these girls just felt good.
Right.
Even though I'm kissing their lips and it feels like I'm sucking on like a fucking, I can't even describe it. It's
like a balloon?
It's not
I don't know.
natural. It's not a natural
I don't know that I have
feeling.
too
It
much
doesn't
experience
feel like
with
somebody's lip in your mouth.
making out with girls with fake lips.
That's what I'm trying to get my point across. I'm trying to get you to be able to relate.
All right,
I want to
take me
say what it feels like in your mouth, where maybe you or anyone else who hasn't kissed a girl that has these will be able to relate. But it's like literally like remember when you would make water balloons when you were a kid?
Yeah.
Like, imagine like those, you would make them really small to where you couldn't pop them no matter what you did. Like
the
that's
little,
what it felt like.
Okay.
In my mind, like you're sucking on this foreign.
Is it that? Pause. Is it that squishy?
It's not squishy. It's like it's hard. It's like if you were trying to pop that water balloon and like this part, you know what I mean? Like that part.
Oh, there's like a knot in it?
It's not a knot. It's just like a really, it feels like a water balloon that's been like a tiny one that's been overfilled. So it's like, it's tight. You know what I mean? It's like, it's tight and it's shapely but it's hard.
Okay.
Like it's like a soft lip you suck on and you can kind of, there's some give to it. It's like you could do a dance with it in your mouth.
You're making it sound not that bad.
No,
I don't know why you hate him so much.
I want a soft lip where I can do that, where it moves.
Now let me ask you a question. Everybody wants to know: is the blowjob better with fake lips? Because in the pornos it looks like it. I got to be honest.
One girl did not blow me. She, of course, I tried to get her to blow me. She said that she doesn't just do that.
Well, did you explain to her that that's not all you're doing?
Well,
or that's all you wanted?
No.
Okay.
This girl has the ooey gooey, so she has the right to refuse service to anybody that she wants to.
Because you're okay with going.
Because I'm fine.
You'll pass go and collect $200 anyways.
Yes.
Yeah. All right. Yeah, you're good.
If you don't have the ooey gooey, I don't know that you can make calls like that.
Yeah.
Because sometimes you need that to get you going. Sometimes.
My previous experience with the ooey gooey that I dated almost 3 years, I never got my dick sucked, to completion. Not even one time. But honestly, I never complained about it because
that's not the thing.
It doesn't even matter. That's irrelevant.
That's like going to Six Flags and you're going onto the ride that you want to ride.
Yeah.
You're not going onto it. You don't care about the other rides.
Right.
They don't matter. They're no fun. This is the most fun you could have here.
True.
So she didn't suck my dick. The second girl did, and she didn't go crazy. I don't know. Here's the other thing: is I feel like one or both of these women may watch this. So I don't want to say anything offensive.
Well, I think the whole thing about their disgusting lips might have
that's why
not
I
been a great
retracted
start.
The word disgusting.
Okay.
If we rewind the tapes, I didn't say I said disgusting, but then I said I didn't mean it because I don't want to be mean. I'm just trying to give my experience as a man in this nightlife world. You know what I mean? It's not really
How many times has that fucked you up in the past? Let me be honest. Of you talking shit and then a girl being like, next time you try to go fuck her again, pull it out of the bullpen, and she's like, no, fuck you. You were talking shit about me. Even though you didn't say my name, I knew you were talking about me. Fuck you.
I don't know that that's ever happened. Really.
Never? Really? Of all the times?
I don't think I normally have bad things to say.
Well, no.
I think I normally have
but you're a comedic guy, and sometimes that can be offensive to certain people, especially when you're talking about intimate things like sexual intercourse.
Yeah, you're right. But I don't know that any of them have really gotten upset. I feel like if I have talked shit and someone saw it, I feel like they knew that I was joking and weren't mad about it.
All right.
You know?
That's fair.
But I don't know. Here's another thing. I've always been like a I don't give a fuck type of guy.
Right.
And I feel like that's what's gotten me to where I'm at and is part of the person that I am. But as of lately, maybe over the last year since the pandemic or the move, I don't know what it is, I feel like I'm thinking more about these things. I'm giving more fucks. Like I'm thinking, oh, this girl's going to watch it. I don't want her to get. I used to be like, I don't give a fuck.
Well, I think that's part of,
I don't know if I like it or not. It almost feels like growing up and like becoming a better person.
Also, it can be the opposite too, because if you look at the old guys, it sounds suspect, but if you look at the old guys in the bathroom, they don't give a fuck anymore. And that's the whole thing of getting older. Is that
roller coaster?
You never give a fuck anymore about what people think. And that's, the bitter old guy at the coffee shop. He doesn't give a fuck what you think, so he's not going to hold his tongue on anything anymore.
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't know if that is maturing. Maybe it is.
I don't. But
maybe you're
but
just living backwards.
I feel like it there's good parts to it where maybe I'm taking into consideration these women's feelings. That's a good thing. But then there's just bad parts to it because when you do care, you overthink. Like it goes back to that. Now I'm like,
So basically, what you're saying is you need to be drunk more.
I need to get drunk more.
Yeah.
Yes, that's exactly what I'm saying. I may even have to pick up a cocaine habit.
I mean,
if we're being honest, that's how the real pros do it.
In my experience, cocaine's the opposite of the not overthinking things. Is that you can't stop thinking and speaking.
But you're so drunk when you're doing cocaine. Usually,
here's the thing:
the alcohol is turning the overthinking off.
It's a mixture. The cocaine at that point just keeps you from being so drunk that you fucking pass out, and allows you to get drunker. And then that's a different situation. Yeah, but anytime you pick up a cocaine habit, it's not a good thing. So I wouldn't recommend that.
Yeah, no, that was a joke.
Okay, just making sure. You never know.
Cocaine scares the fuck out of me. It's legitimately, it scares me.
It's one of those things that it's like playing with fire. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You can definitely get burned.
You can get burned big time. Also, I can't, like, somebody who's done too much cocaine in the club.
Oh, yeah. They're never the same.
It's not only the drug that is scary, it's also that.
You don't want to become that person.
Yeah. That is terrifying.
That's so detached from reality. They're just like.
So detached from reality. And people that do get into that zone very often, that bleeds into their regular life too, outside of the nightclub. Like they start believing the things that they're saying inside of the nightclub, outside of the nightclub. The realities between in
the real world outside of the nightclub, it's those lies don't hold near as much weight. I feel like in the nightclub, telling a girl you have a boat, like, okay, that's one thing. But like if you work at a Fortune 500 company and you're like trying to impress your fucking coworker, maybe it does work the same. I don't know. I've never lived in or worked I don't know, corporate job like that, but
I'm not really concerned with how well it works. I'm just saying when I see it, you can see it. You see these people.
I also think we see it, right? Because we see it so much, we know, like, okay, we know the bullshit, right? But think about for the people coming from the outside in. Like, and I spoke about this not too long ago with somebody, how, like, when you first start going out to, like, the nightclubs, like the downtown circuit or whatever, how cool everyone seemed. You know what I'm saying? You're like, wow, this is the big leagues. This is like where everybody's. This isn't like fucking Wrigleyville or fucking partying in Sheboygan, wherever the fuck you're from. But this is like, these are like people that are really movers and shakers and rich people. Look, this motherfucker spent $30,000 last night. Oh my God, he's somebody special. And then you get to meet these people and you're just like, this is just a pompous fucking loser who only spends money because he has nothing else to offer the world.
That's it. Yeah.
I mean, but thank you for coming and supporting our business. But I mean, in a lot of cases, that's what it is. Or they're trying to like mend a patch. Like you notice, you'll see sometimes spenders come out like in segments. Like I won't see them for 6 months, and then they'll come out every single night for like 3 weeks, and then you find out they just got out of a divorce, and they're just like have to keep their mind off it, so they're just like blowing through money. Or I've heard stories of some people who have to spend a certain amount of money on their company credit cards, so that once they reach their quota, then they're like, all right, I'm not doing this anymore.
Yeah, I mean, for some people, it's business.
Yeah.
But the ability to write that off as a business expense,
you're winning.
To go into the club and flex like that, the ability to write that off as a business expense is that's
you're fucking winning.
When you're in
you
a
get
decent place.
When you're in the tax bracket that you have to trick off $100,000 on fucking bottles just so you can get to the next tax bracket, you fucking won this game of life, I think.
Yeah, for sure.
At least on the financial side of things.
And
you might hate yourself. I don't know.
Yeah, so I'm now just realizing that I'm feeling this way. Like I'm realizing that I'm feeling like I'm giving a shit. Because it's felt like something's been feeling weird, off. Obviously, shit's changing. We're in a different city. There's fucking a million moving parts. But now I'm actually realizing what it is, and it's that. I'm giving too much of a shit. I need to get back to not giving a fuck, really.
Okay, is that what your TED Talk is about? Is that what we're dealing with right now?
I feel like I'm just throwing that out there.
Can I give some input?
I want you to give input. I want you to give relatability, because this came up because I saw another DJ. I saw Trey's on Twitter said this, and that's what made me I was like, oh, I'm doing that too.
Well, here's the thing, right? Two things to look at. I mean, if we want to just talk about, if you really want to get back to that, I would say there's a few things that I've noticed that change in you. Like, you're not as daring with your wardrobe as you used to be. You know, going butt naked into a club with a fucking Captain America suit on, and it's not fucking or Captain America robe on, and it's not even Halloween. That's one thing.
I used to do that, right?
Yeah, you used to do stuff like that. Or wearing a hat that had a penis on it that was about fucking 12 inches long. And not on any special occasion, just, you know, going out to the fucking Starbucks with that.
Yo, that makes me feel alive. Like,
that was your fuel.
Like looking like a moron. You can't be any dumber than that. Like, you've reached the pinnacle. It's only up from there.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
Like, that's true. It's like when they say, you know, when you're on stage, like picturing everybody naked or yourself naked or something like that. I don't know. Yeah. Got to be something like that. But here's another thing. I think that, like, real quick. On that note, this Halloween I'm going hard. Okay.
This Halloween I think I'm just gonna rock the green Speedo.
You're literally going hard.
Be a scuba diver.
Would it be illegal if you were to eat a Cialis and just wear a Speedo and just walk?
100% eating a Cialis and wearing that thing. 1,000%.
Is that legal? Can we insult someone, or is that public indecency? I mean, if it's covered, it's covered.
On that note, I'm bringing it back for Halloween.
Okay, there
this
it is.
Halloween,
you will see him walking around with mega huge boner in a Speedo. Yes. Put it out there, man.
All right, what were you gonna say next? Sorry.
Okay, so if you weren't to go that route, I think, you know, seasons change, people change, and I don't think it's wrong to show a little growth and show a little maturity, if that's what you want to call it, and kind of tone it down a little bit and start being a little bit considerate about other people. Because I think about, even when I was watching that Dave Chappelle stand-up that you recommended, and glad I did.
That. We got to talk about that.
It was great. I enjoyed it. But when you watch him speak, this is not the same guy who did the Killing Him Softly. You know what I'm saying? Yes, it's the same person, but it's a much different delivery, I guess I would say.
Yeah.
Like, he says some shit in there that definitely pisses people off, right?
Yeah.
But I think he was conscious enough about it that he thought, and he was like, all right, you know what? Fuck it. I'm going to do this. But it wasn't like maybe the old him who would have just done it, just not thinking, just not caring. You know what I'm saying?
Just straight up jokes with no real undertones and an actual message to deliver. Yeah, I feel that. And I think that Dave Chappelle, this is how I felt after watching it. He sort of set the bar at a point, at Killing Him Softly, and the one after that, I forgot the name of it. Like, those were the greatest stand-ups of our generation, you know, before the Pryors and whoever the GOATs are before that, Louis and all that shit. Like, for us, Dave Chappelle set the bar for what it is to even be funny in that realm. So I feel like he's on some other shit. This is like those were College Dropout and Late Registration, and now he's doing, you know, dark fantasy and fucking whatever the shitty albums.
It's definitely dark,
but I wouldn't say that they're shitty the way that I don't like those Kanye albums. I still like this Chappelle shit,
but you know that it's still a good body of work.
But I think it's just his next, like, he's like, I did that. Like, I created the best comedy that I possibly could and set the bar for everyone else. I'm gonna do this now. You know what I mean? I feel like he's onto some other shit.
Who do you think has I don't know if you want to say transformed or transpired into the next step of their creative career that was continuously good through it? Because I'm going to be honest, like Kanye, even Chappelle, even though I liked his most recent stand-up and I like points of his other stand-ups, I still like the old stuff better. It's like Kanye. I still would much rather listen to Late Registration than anything, or even Graduation. I thought was a great album, but that was like the end of it for me. Who do you think has been able to, either in comedy or in fucking whatever, you know, that's been able to change their style, but still be like a fucking straight up knockout,
but still be dope? Well, the only person that comes to mind is Premier, but he didn't change his style. I mean, he
He
sort of
did.
had like
the
that
Prime album was
Yeah.
very different than
That's true.
anything.
That's true.
He's kind of going back to his old boom bap shit, which I love. But I even like the Prime shit, even though it sounded like, to me, it sounded overly, not overly produced in an aspect of just music in general. But for Primo, I like his. Maybe
Like
maybe
boom
it's
bap,
me.
chopped
Maybe I'm
up.
just like not as receiving to like the new shit, or people's new styles. Like when they come out, I want them to stay in their lane. I'm probably an asshole.
Yeah, I mean, I don't like I said, I don't hate the new Dave Chappelle shit. I get it. I enjoy it for what it is, but I don't even think it's comparable to his other shit because that was straight up comedy. This is something different.
It's definitely different than comedy because if I watch his old stuff or even other people's new stuff, when I'm done watching that comedy special, I feel a little energized. I'm like, good. When I'm done watching Dave Chappelle shit, I'm like, I'm a little like,
bro.
yeah, I'm a little like depressed and shit.
I'm depressed.
Yeah, and I'm like, I don't know that I like that.
I too fucking hate white people now.
Yeah, I mean, he hit a lot of good points in that, but like just in general, it's almost like the way he speaks is kind of like this is the end, everyone. You know what I'm saying? Like it's almost like how it feels, right? He's like, when he talks, he speaks like.
It didn't feel that way for me. It felt like he's really trying to make a point, and just like he hammered it in. Spoiler alert if you haven't seen it, but just like he hammered it in with the newest one when he was talking about, I tried to tell these bitches that, you know, doing this Me Too shit, they're right. This shouldn't be happening. They shouldn't be getting taken advantage of because of this situation, but you're going about it in the wrong fucking way.
For sure.
I think that he's just trying to be like, yo, listen, like, I know what the fuck I'm doing. I'm a smart dude. I'm a fucking genius, obviously.
I'm not just saying shit because it sounds funny.
I'm not just saying shit because it's funny. Yeah. Like, listen to me. I'm the motherfucker that got out of the car. I left $50 million on the table. I did this shit.
Right.
And if you want to really make a difference and change some shit, let's go.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
It's a good point, though. Yeah, because everybody, you know, thinks wearing a fucking tax the rich dress to a fucking gala ball or something is gonna make a difference, but it's just not, and we already know it's not. So fucking try something different. If you're a fucking activist and you're watching this, which probably you didn't make it this far,
not watching this.
You definitely haven't made it this far. But if you have, fucking watch that Dave Chappelle. Maybe it'll
it's
knock
dope.
a little sense in you.
It's dope. It's not comedy. I wouldn't even know what to
I would
call
say
it. It's
like
Cuts called it a comedic TED Talk.
Yeah, it's definitely like a TED Talk, but I would say like there's in the middle there's like a good 30 minutes of like I was laughing, but the rest is
there is some funny ass jokes in there for
there's
sure.
some good there's some shit that hits well. It's the offensive humor that I love. I mean, but you know what?
My favorite part for sure 100% is when he's breaking down the fight between him and the lesbian chick in the nightclub.
Oh yeah,
the best to me. That was
that was pretty good.
Amazing.
But I would still say when it comes to like the uncomfortable humor, as far as like being very dark humor, not just like depressing humor, Louis C.K.
That's
nobody
my guy, bro.
Can say something that will offend you harder but make you laugh harder
than
Louis C.K. I feel like he is fucking a genius.
To me, that dude, I could watch one of his comedy specials and afterwards I just feel like the world is fine.
Yeah.
I don't give a fuck.
Yeah.
Like
I'm energized.
He just calms my soul. Like this man speaks directly to me. Everything he says is fucking so relatable. And sometimes it's so relatable even though you don't want it to be.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
True.
And it's like that's the uncomfortableness is like you're like, "Oh my God.
I shouldn't be agreeing with that.
I shouldn't even have this in my head right now."
But the man is he is a genius.
It's fantastic. So go watch the new Dave Chappelle and don't make out with girls that have lip injections.
There you have it. You want to speak about? Is there anything that happened in Arizona? You were out in
Arizona was a blast, bro. Arizona was a blast. I mean, I landed and I was ready to go. I was juiced up. We went to the clubs, started drinking. You know, Cuts he has a little mini panic attack at first. Physically, it's his heart's palpitating. He needs a few vodka sodas.
That's usually how it is. Whenever like I first see him, he's like, all right, everyone just relax, and then it's like we're just chilling. And he's like, I just need give me a nap. I need a 3-hour nap, and then we can go about it, and you guys can have fun, and it's fine. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
That's like the first,
I can get that way too, though. I get it.
When I come home if I have doubles, like tomorrow I have a double, like I'm not even talking to anyone. I'm like, I need a nap. I need to reset myself before I even have any human contact.
Yeah. That's the beginning. We're heading up off the runway, getting some drinks, have a little bottle. It's his birthday. The Hefe girls bring through the sign, "Happy birthday, Cutswell." Calm him down a little bit.
Yeah.
Take a shot, vodka soda here, vodka soda there. We're getting in the groove. We head over to Riot House. Lil Jon is DJing for Cuts' birthday. He's opening, so he starts DJing. He had some other homies in town. I met this dude from Vegas. I think his name is Kevin. Nice dude. I was hanging out with him.
Not Kevin Tran Fitness.
Not Kevin Tran Fitness.
Okay.
Shouts to the
Shout out to Kevin Tran Fitness.
Shouts to the
He probably
God.
is watching. Good
I hope
possibility.
he's fucking watching. I hope he's still lifting.
I mean,
I hope he's still at Export Skokie lifting his heart out.
The kid was inspiration.
He was inspiration. That shit was fire, bro.
Anyhow, continue.
Yeah, I'm hanging out with not Kevin Tran Fitness. We're over at Hi-Fi. I saw Ramin, OVO Ramin.
OVO Ramin. He's everywhere. The guy is fucking...
He's everywhere. I've never been, and how does it go? I'm everywhere. You never.
Everything. I mean, I don't know. He's there though, smoking weed probably.
I was gonna say, I smoked a blunt with him. I knew he would have some weed. I was looking for some weed. I was like, "Where's the weed, bro?" And he's like,
in my pocket.
I got it right here. Smoke a blunt. It was great. Then we get to Hi-Fi. No, that was at Hi-Fi. Then we go over to Riot House. Cuts is in the zone DJing. He's doing his thing. Just like we spoke earlier, I didn't really bother him. I was kind of in the booth. I found a lovely redheaded woman who looked like she would probably put a sticker on her titties. You could just smell that a little bit from across the nightclub.
I mean, when you've seen as many girls put stickers on their tits as you have, you kind of got to have a third sixth sense for it.
Yeah. So I call her into the DJ booth, her and her friends. It's her girl's birthday. She's down to put a sticker on her titties. We get that going. And then, from there, the Tito's and THC sort of took the lead.
Okay.
I start making out with her. Next thing I know, I'm proposing to her with a ring off of her right hand that I'm putting onto her left hand.
Okay.
Things got a little
recycled
crazy.
ring. Not mad at it.
Cutswell gets off from DJing. I think he was like, I'm bored and I want to go party with Lil Jon. So he had his homie. Shouts to Aaron Michaels. You remember that big
I remember
ass
DJ Aaron Michaels.
Yeah. He hops on and I was like, you know what? I want to take my new wife around town. I want to go show her off.
Okay.
So I go to Bottle Blonde, get a couple drinks. I see my guy Cello. See Smash, the homie. He's DJing. And I'm with this woman. And love is a real thing.
Yeah.
And I don't know that I really found it that night, but I felt like it was in the air. The essence of love was floating around a little bit,
Okay.
So we were dancing, making out, we're talking this and that. Then we go to Casa Amigos, we're fucking partying, making out a lot, this and that. Then I find out that this girl
Gave you mono.
No, this girl was a GM of a venue that the same company that owns all of the venues I just listed, that I was prancing around with her and making out with her in. She was a GM of a venue for that company.
Oh, so you guys
everybody fucking knows who this girl is.
Okay. Does she have a boyfriend?
No.
Okay, I was gonna say that's where it gets a little spicy.
But there's videos now of me at Bottle Blonde, like lifting this girl, like making out with her, like we're fucking in love, that are being sent around to the manager's group chat.
And they're like, you just kissed the biggest scumbag in North America.
Circulating. And
That's
so
awesome.
that was a fun, the next day waking up to screenshots from that video.
That's
of
good.
Me making out with this girl in the middle of the club.
Fantastic. So
Yeah.
there's a corporate
nice.
email with all these. I should probably check our page.
Yeah, you should check. You should check the corporate mailbox. It was fun though. And then what happened? Then we go to some after parties. Cut's a big after party guy, you know.
Yeah.
First one, my boy Stan was at. Shouts to just Stanley, the ASU fucking alumni legend. He's back in Arizona and he's better than ever.
He's out.
Hey, did you ever meet Stan? You did. I think.
probably did.
I think you
One
met
of those
Stan.
trips.
Good guy. But then we go to this other after party, and it was a guy, big spender in the club, buys Cutswell a Magnum of 1942 for his birthday. This dude's crib was fucking sick, though. I will say, when I walked in, I was like, okay.
Usually at
Okay.
the after parties in Arizona, you'll end up at some fucking ridiculous ass mountain.
Yeah, I
mansion.
mean, we were spoiled though. Like Matt, you don't get
Yeah.
to a better crib than
when you walk
than
into Matt Hill's fucking 4-story fucking door, and you're like,
This
what
man built a nightclub in the side of the mountain.
He's got a
In
fucking
his
golf
house
course
is-
built into the fucking mountain, waterfalls. I mean, you haven't seen a house until you've seen his house. I mean,
it's insane. But
cool dude, but
this guy's crib couldn't even look at Matt Hill's crib.
Yeah.
Even though it was sick. But this guy starts fucking freestyling, bro. And he's freestyling like he's fucking Rick Ross.
oh, one of those.
You know, he's got like this fat swag where he keeps going, at the end of his shit. He's like, "We
This
out
really
here just
reminds
after
me of
partying.
someone.
I'm fucking hitting your girl and we starting in. What's up, bro? You like that?
I
and he
run
just
my
kept going.
with
And then he was a dude who would freestyle through anything you were talking. If he was on one in his head, if he was on like a sick one and he was just fucking hitting every punchline, you couldn't say anything to this guy to get him to stop.
Well, you can't because it's his house, right?
It's his
You're in his house. So this is what he does. He lures people back to his house probably to fucking freestyle in their ear because they have nowhere to go.
Nowhere to go.
Fucking, he figured it out.
Once that started happening, I was like, Cuts, dog, we gotta go. We gotta go. This is rule number 1. Like, once the white guys start freestyling out of control and they won't stop, you gotta go.
That was one of our first ever.
Yeah. Shouts to Ryan Ross.
That was one of the first ever. I don't even know. It wasn't a show at that time. It was Snapchat that we ever posted together. Was
Lowrider talk.
You got to watch out, man. Whenever you find a fucking white person in your vicinity who is scoping your ear like a piece of meat to fucking freestyle for. You gotta find the nearest exit and get the fuck out because it's never gonna end.
It's never gonna end.
It never ends.
Let them
and
go.
if you let them go, you be like, all right, I'm gonna give him 18. No, I'm gonna give him 16 bars and just let it be done. Fuck no, that's just the beginning because now he's got you. He's
Now
like,
he's got
oh,
you
this guy's
right.
gonna listen.
He thinks you love it. He's like, this guy loves it, bro. I'm crushing
And the
it.
best is when they're like, bro, I could do this all day. I'm like, please fucking don't. Please do not do this all day.
Yo, so I tell
because
Cutswell we gotta go, and his first initial reaction is like upset, angry, like
why do you want to leave?
Why
Because
do you
he's
wanna
probably
leave?
having a good time.
And then I got to him. I saw it happen in real time. I was like, dog. Like, I looked him dead in his fucking eyes. I was like, dog, stop. Look around right now. Just look around.
Right.
And he, like, you know, everything's
Assess the
settled in his
situation.
mind. He was like, okay. He starts looking around. He's like, yeah, we got to go.
Yeah.
He was like, you're right. You're right.
Sometimes
we
you-
gotta go.
sometimes
I was
you need a
proud
friend
of
to
him
tell
for
you.
that. I've never had that happen
yeah,
before.
because it's his birthday too. On top of that, he's probably like, just fucking. Because I mean, you're the guy who doesn't do drugs. Not saying that he does, but you're the guy who doesn't do drugs. So like, you're always the one that wants to leave first.
Yeah, for
and that's fine. But like, you know, for the people that like to, you know, have fun and go late night, it's kind of like, oh god, this fucking guy doesn't want to party, so he's gonna want to leave. But
Yeah.
sometimes you're the voice of reason, and
I was proud
That's
of him.
good.
I was proud of him for that. And there was the classic guy. Like there's just such classic characters that you see pop up time and time again.
Yeah.
It was the rich dude's friend who does all of his cocaine.
Uh-huh.
Like the rich dude's boy who, if he had other boys, he would get this boy away from him because he's such a problem, but he doesn't have other friends. So like, this is his only friend that'll stick around. So
Every
he has
rich
to
guy has one.
Yeah, every rich guy has one. And this dude, actually, the first thing he did when we walked into the crib was he kind of came up to Cutswell and it was Cutswell and the dude whose crib it was, the fucking freestyle artist.
Yeah.
And he comes up and he's like, "Is this guy good? Is this guy good?"
Oh, bro, that's
overly cokehead.
bro.
Fucking.
You know what it is? It's them like assessing their position. They're like, "Listen, I'm his bitch. There will only be one bitch, and I have already sucked his dick for everything he has. Get the fuck out of here." I remember, I don't know if you were you might have been there that one time. That we were at somebody's fucking after party back in Chicago who has like literally a mansion on top of a high rise. Do you remember this party?
A mansion on top. I know what you're talking about because I remember you telling me about it, but I wasn't there.
Okay. But anyways, you go in and it's like you come off the elevator at the very top floor and you walk outside and there's like a courtyard like an old school mansion would have, and there's a fucking mansion back there like 80 stories in the sky. It's the craziest shit I've ever seen.
Yeah.
But anyways, you go in there and then like nobody knows whose house it is, you know what I'm saying? Because this guy keeps it so secretive. But I just remember like just chilling with like the people I was with, not doing anything out of the ordinary, but because this was my first time there, the guy was just fucking like evil eyeing me. You know what I'm saying? And this isn't the owner of the house. This was his bitch.
This is his boy.
And you know, just kind of like I can't describe it other than just he's trying to mark his territory. You know what I'm saying? But then whenever I would see that guy out in public after that, I was always like, fuck this guy. And he would always try and be cool, but I was like, I know who you are, you fucking little bitch.
You really are.
And from now on, anytime I see this guy, if you're in Chicago and you see him, he looks a lot like the guy from Flashstradamus. But it's not the guy from Flashstradamus.
He looks like...
Not Josh, but the other one.
The white boy?
Yeah.
With the blonde hair?
Yeah.
Okay.
He looks like him.
That is Flashstradamus. Now,
I guess I don't fucking know, but yeah. Anyways, that not Flashstradamus, but this guy who looks like him fucking sucks. So yeah.
Yeah. So that guy was there. That's always a good time when that guy's there. Is this guy good? Is this guy good? Do we have a problem?
No, I'm not good. I have a fucking bomb strapped to my chest, and I've been sent by the Prince of Spain to fucking sabotage this millionaire.
Super coked out. He's a bald dude who you could tell hasn't shaved his head in a couple of days.
Because he hasn't slept in a couple of days either.
His fucking his 5 o'clock shadow is coming in thick. He's in like a too small Balmain shirt, but it's like got stains on it. It's ripped up. It's like clearly this dude's rich brother's fucking nephew's hand-me-down clothes that are going to this guy. I mean, it's just like the most classic character in the game. You know?
I don't miss those nights. Now that I'm fucking
They're not
old,
to be missed. They're
and I
definitely
don't
not
really
to
go
be
to
missed.
after parties anymore because I got a fucking newborn at the house. I don't miss that shit at all. I'll be honest. Like I when I was younger, I was like, man, I don't ever want this to ever end.
You
know what I'm
you always
saying?
had FOMO.
Yeah,
right?
and I'm like, I just have to like, this is just the way I want to live. And then like, I would meet older people and they'd be like, yeah, I've done that. I'm like, no, but you haven't. Not like this. You know what I'm saying? That's how you think. And now that I'm older, I'm like,
if I'm going to an
I don't
after
fucking
party,
miss that.
it's like the bar is set for me. Like if it's not Matt Hill's crib or someone who's got more or as much money as him, I don't want to go.
I've been to some. I mean, like the boat after parties were always good when we used to go on. I always enjoyed going on that boat because
I mean, I'm not saying
you could
I
smash
never,
in there pretty easily.
I'm not saying I never had fun at an after party. I'm just saying at this point.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's
Oh,
like
at this point in your life, yeah.
Point,
if you're not giving me something that's gonna wow me other than fucking a pile of cocaine, that's not the place for me to be.
yeah, that's.
But
what I'm saying.
even
I'm not
that,
a
like,
huge
I don't
After
even
guy.
want to be up. Like, the latest I want to be up is as long as I'm getting DJ'd or getting paid to DJ. As long as I'm getting, I just got.
And as long
yo,
as I
you just
want to
got
be up,
DJ'd, bro.
As long as I'm getting BJ.
No. As long as I'm like DJing, that's about like the latest. So like at 2 a.m. I'm ready to go home. If I'm DJing until 4 a.m. at 4 a.m. I want to fucking go home.
Yeah.
Like there's nothing really good that happens after 4 a.m. All right, really after 2 a.m. in Houston. Nah. I take that
Houston's
back.
pretty late night.
Houston has some good strip clubs to go to late.
And you know, speaking of Houston, now that I've been going back home more often, I just went to Arizona. Like I'm traveling a little bit. You know, I used to hate traveling because I never hated where I was. I always loved home. It was
Right.
great. Like, why would I leave here? It always felt like it's a mission. I'm losing money and I'm traveling. It's like I don't want to do any of that. Now that I'm here and I fucking hate it, going and traveling is like it's been great. It's awesome. But I'm coming back here and I'm starting to realize Houston, I mean, Hillbilly Hollywood it's just the most fitting name for
It
it.
really is.
It really is just the most fitting name. These people, this is like if Instagram was a real place, it would be Houston.
Bro, have you know? Look, I feel like if anyone knows, you know. But I don't usually like follow most of the girls that we work with just because I don't want to get myself in fucking trouble. You know what I'm saying? I have a Latina girlfriend. She's an investigative reporter. You know what I'm saying? She knows what the fuck's up. Maybe not a reporter, but just an investigator. But anyways, so I don't necessarily follow all the girls I work with, but on occasion I'll get a follow from them and I'll give them a follow back. Whatever. I'm not an asshole. Who the fuck do they think they are? Can we be honest? Can we be real here for a moment? Who the fuck do they think they are?
Let's talk about
Bitch, you work day shift as a bartender, yet I look at your fucking Instagram profile, and it's nothing but you in Miami and fucking Beverly Hills and all this other shit. Unless you're fucking sucking dick on the side that I don't know about, not that it's any of my business, what the fuck are you doing? Like, you don't even get, like, prime shifts. You know what I'm saying? But now it makes sense why whenever we want to fucking shoot a video, you're always like, please don't put me in it. Because I don't want people to see that I'm really a fucking bartender and not a fucking celebrity. Is that kind of what's happening?
You were talking about.
Oh my God.
I wish I knew.
You have to know what I'm talking about.
I mean, I'm sure I know, but I don't. Maybe I don't follow her on Instagram.
Well, I don't follow her on
all these
Instagram.
Fucking bitches post the same. Instagram is a monkey see, monkey do.
I don't even know if she still works with us anymore now that I think about it, but she used to.
It's just so. It's like it's. Oh, this is what people are posting on Instagram? Okay, I have to go get a picture like that. Let me fucking find some sponsor.
In 2021, who's fucking really impressed by that?
It's not even...
Am I just old and bitter? Do people still get impressed by that?
I don't think that it's even an impressive thing anymore. I think it used to be impressive. Like, we used to get on Instagram and you would see the private jet pic and you'd be like, oh shit, okay. You see the nice car. Oh, shit, okay. Now it just feels like the norm. It feels like if you're not doing that, you are less
loser.
Than. You are less than. And that's what I'm saying. That's why Instagram. That's why I feel like Houston is real life Instagram, because it is the most just superficial. I'm only judging you about off of what I'm seeing in front of me, the clothes that you have on, the jewelry that you have on. That's the only thing that is being calculated in my judgments here.
But, and that has to be the only thing, because, all right, if we're going to be real here, if Instagram was like a snapshot of your real life, where the fuck are these people going? Because there's nothing to do in this fucking town.
There is.
Maybe they go to a tennis court and take a picture, but they're definitely not playing tennis, because I've never seen a tennis court in this town. But everybody in Houston has a fucking picture of them playing tennis on their fucking Instagram. Am I right? Am I wrong?
You are right, because that's just the look, right?
But like, where is that? Is that like a secret underground base where they have all these fucking tennis courts?
It's probably the same type of thing where, like, in LA, you could go to that studio that's set up to look like a private jet. You can go take a picture.
Is that a thing?
That's a real thing.
Oh my God.
That is a real thing, and I would not put it past anybody, because, like, yo, even I see every fucking Thursday when it's the staff outing, when everyone comes in, all the fucking security, busboys, anyone who's not working comes in for the staff outing. I mean, this is their time to show their wardrobe and like how sick they are.
But
like these people come in with like dressed. All the money they made for the week went to this one outfit just to put on and impress people on a Thursday night when there's not even anybody in there, and I'm the fucking DJ there.
Look, and we're the DJ every night, and we see you every night wearing the same fucking work outfit. So, it fucking
weird
makes my head want to explode.
And I'm only being an asshole about it because I feel like an asshole. Like the way that people look at me, because I don't spend my money on clothes, the way that people look at me and treat me here, just because I could tell that they're looking at like dumb shit that I'm wearing, I'm like, you're really? You live here.
Bro,
this is where
you know how many people
spend your time and rot away just to look good for a photo?
You know how many people I see in the club? You do know for sure.
It's
how many people I see in the club with fake diamonds on, and how there's no like sense of like I fucking look like an asshole wearing these fake diamonds. Like I definitely should not be wearing. No one believes that this chain cost me $100,000. You know what I'm saying? But like they wear it with such fucking pride that like it really is like some embedded fucking psychological bullshit part of the culture.
It's
here.
the
It blows my
monkey
mind.
see, monkey do. It's that fucking the same thing as Instagram. You see it on there. As long as what you're doing looks like what you see on your timeline, you're doing it right. You know what I mean? That is the only basis for all of this. Is the social media? It's all for the look. It's all about the look. How does it look? It's not about how much money you actually have or what you're actually doing in life. None of that really matters. How does it look like I'm doing? You know what I mean?
I never got into that. And that's probably why I don't have a fucking million followers on Instagram. But you know what? I'm kind of okay with that. Because I don't have to fucking keep up with the Joneses on Instagram. Because I don't give a fuck. That's partially why I haven't made a post on Instagram probably in the last fucking year. But I think originally it came from overthinking it, but now it's gotten me into a happy place where I guess maybe I spoke from such like an angry place was because it's so foreign to me. It's like because I don't follow these people that like when I do, I almost feel like somebody coming out of a time capsule from 1998 and then being like, what the fuck is going on here?
You know what I'm saying? You know these people in real life.
That's what I'm saying.
You know them. You know that they're just regular people. They're not anything special doing anything. They're just like they're young. Everybody's young. Everybody's young. You shouldn't even be doing anything great.
Yeah,
you don't even know what you're doing.
It would be one thing if they just embrace that and they're like, I'm just living my life. Da 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 da. But like they really like want to keep up this image, and I'm just
all
like
about the image.
Like if you had that image and like there was a reason, like let's say you were a musician or whatever the fuck, you know what I'm saying, or like you were trying to be like an A&R, I don't know, whatever the fuck the case may be, and you have to like keep up this persona, you know what I'm saying? That's one thing. But bitch, you fucking are a bartender at a Chili's. What are you doing?
What the fuck?
Enjoy your life. Stop living for someone else.
It's weird.
I got to be done on that. We also got to get to work.
Yeah,
soon.
we got to get to work. Shouts to the greatest party on earth. Thank you for joining us. The Strategy and Dolo show every single week. Who knows if it's going to be on Wednesday at 6 p.m., on Friday at 8 p.m. It doesn't matter. All that matters is that we're fucking here. We're doing it. If you want to catch any episode from 1 through 33 now, YouTube.com/partywithstrategy. If you're on the YouTube, subscribe, drop a comment.
You're old. You said the YouTube.
What?
You said if you're on the YouTube.
Did I?
Old bastard. Yeah, hit subscribe, and then you'll know when we're on, because we don't know when we're on.
Yeah, it don't fucking matter. And, we're on Spotify, Apple, all that. We lost
Mixcloud.
fucking Diamond Cut. God damn it.
We lost
so
Diamond
much
Cut?
We didn't get to talk about. We'll be back next time.
Wait,
We got to get to
was
work.
there a falling out?
Nah, he's just fucking working some corporate bullshit. I'm like, bro, you're too good. He's good at what he does, and he's creative, and he's extremely fucking knowledgeable, and those are great. But the best thing is that he's fucking consistent. The hardest thing to find is somebody who's consistent and reliable. Reliability. Oh, I'm like, bro, you could make so much money. Like everyone I talk to who does anything with video on the internet has the same thing. They're like, I need a guy that can edit and who's like consistent and reliable. And fucking Diamond Cut's that guy, but I'm just trying to get him away from his fucking corporate shit. I'm like, you can make so much money, be free, work for yourself, do this, but whatever. He said he might come back. I don't know. So I'm looking for an editor. If anyone.
Yeah, if you're watching this and you want to edit it, holler at Strategy.
Holler at your boy. All right, we'll see you next time. Thank you guys for tuning in. Peace.